Welcome back, treasure hunters and coin lovers. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most mysterious and valuable modern coins ever struck, the top 8 most valuable and most expensive Roosevelt dime. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary 10-cent piece, but don't be fooled. Hidden among these tiny coins are rare bicentennial treasures worth thousands, even millions of dollars. From secret minting errors to ultra-rare proof strikes, this coin could be your ticket to an unimaginable fortune. So, stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you might just realize that the dime in your pocket could change your life forever. Let's get started. First up in the 1995 Roosevelt dime is one of those rare and fascinating coins that hides in plain sight, a modern-era piece that carries both history and mystery within its silver-toned surface. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, this dime features the enduring portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, a man whose leadership during the Great Depression and World War II forever changed America. The P mint mark beneath the date identifies its origin, but what truly makes certain 1995 P dimes so special isn't just where they were struck. It's the possibility of minting errors, rare variations, and collectible conditions that have sent their values soaring to unbelievable heights in today's numismatic market. On the obverse side of this iconic coin, Roosevelt's portrait faces left, a symbol of strength and progress. Surrounding him are the powerful words liberty and in God we trust, a reminder of the nation's enduring values. The date 1995 appears below his neck, accompanied by the small but significant P mint mark, representing Philadelphia. This simple design holds an elegance that coin collectors appreciate for its balance of symbolism and simplicity. But when it comes to the 1995 P dime, the ordinary can become extraordinary when the right combination of rarity, condition, and historical significance come together. Flipping the coin reveals its stunning reverse, where the artistry of American symbolism truly shines. The design features a torch in the center, symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch to represent peace and an oak branch to symbolize victory. Above them appears the national motto, E Pluribus Unum, out of many, one. The encircling inscriptions, United States of America, and one dime complete the patriotic image. Though common at first glance, the 1995 P dime's beauty and precision make it a collector's favorite. In some rare minting batches, tiny variations, such as doubled dies, weak strikes, or planchet errors, can drastically increase its value. One of the fascinating aspects of the 1995 P dime is that it was struck during a transitional time in modern U.S. coinage. Though not made of silver like earlier dimes, the combination of copper and nickel gave these coins a bright, durable finish. Over the years, however, some uncirculated and proof-like examples have developed stunning tunning effects, turning them into miniature works of art. A perfectly preserved 1995 P dime in mint or extra fine condition can sell for hundreds, or even thousands, depending on its luster, strike clarity, and lack of wear. Collectors around the world have been captivated by rumors of the bicentennial versions of modern dimes, special or experimental strikes believed to have been created for limited sets or test runs. While officially, the U.S. Mint did not release a bicentennial dime in 1995, a handful of rare misprints and unofficial test strikes have surfaced over the years, creating shockwaves in the coin collecting community. Some feature partial double designs or missing elements on the reverse, making them look like transitional or hybrid coins. When such anomalies appear, even a single coin can fetch unimaginable prices at auction, sometimes crossing into 6 or 7 figures. What makes these rare 1995 P dimes so valuable is not only their rarity, but also the intense demand from modern collectors seeking hidden treasures. Coin enthusiasts and investors alike know that error coins, off-center strikes, and proof like 1995p examples can command astronomical sums. The allure lies in the fact that such coins might still be circulating undetected. Imagine finding one in your spare change, a coin worth thousands or even millions sitting quietly in your palm, mistaken for an ordinary dime. That thrill of discovery is what fuels the fascination for coins like this. It's not uncommon for the value of rare Roosevelt dimes to skyrocket unexpectedly. A few years ago, similar modern-era coins with unique die errors were auctioned for staggering amounts. Collectors who understand grading and minting history often target 1995p dimes with unusual surface details or die variations. Even small differences, like a faint doubling on the motto E+Pluribus UNUM, or a misaligned rim, can transform an everyday dime into a once-in-a-lifetime find. That's why experts recommend inspecting every coin carefully under magnification before dismissing it as common change. What truly makes the story of the 1995p dime fascinating is the symbolism behind Roosevelt himself. Franklin D. Roosevelt was a symbol of hope and recovery during one of America's darkest times. The torch on the reverse of the dime reflects the same eternal flame of freedom that Roosevelt championed through his New Deal. Every detail, from the olive branch of peace to the oak branch of victory, reflects a message of resilience and unity. For collectors, this emotional connection enhances the dime's appeal beyond its monetary value. It's a piece of American spirit struck into metal. Today, as coin enthusiasts explore the booming numismatic market, the 1995p Roosevelt dime has gained renewed attention. Auction records show that coins once considered modern pocket change are now recognized as investment-grade collectibles. In pristine mint state, MS68 or higher, some examples can reach incredible prices, especially if they display rare color tunning, die cracks, or unusual strike patterns. For the passionate collector, finding a flawless or error-marked 1995p dime feels like uncovering a secret piece of U.S. history, an artifact of precision, chance, and artistry. So if you ever come across a 1995p dime, don't rush to spend it. Examine it carefully. Look for mint errors, doubled letters, or unusual marks. You might just be holding one of the most valuable modern coins ever produced, a coin that tells the story of America's resilience, artistry, and hidden wealth. These small silver-toned treasures remind us that fortune doesn't always come in large packages. Sometimes it fits perfectly in the palm of your hand, shining with the face of Franklin D. Roosevelt and the promise of a nation that still believes in liberty, trust, and endless possibilities. Next up too in the 1983 D. Roosevelt dime, often mistaken for just another coin in circulation, has captured the imagination of collectors and treasure hunters around the world. It's a coin that tells the story of America's post-bicentennial era, an age of transition, pride, and hidden value. This dime, minted in Denver and bearing the proud D mint mark, carries secrets that only true numismatists have begun to uncover. On the obverse side of the coin, you'll find the familiar face of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. His image, carved with precision and pride, faces left as if looking toward America's future. Surrounding him are the bold inscriptions Liberty and In God We Trust, echoing the ideals that shaped his presidency during one of the most difficult times in U.S. history, the Great Depression and World War II. Beneath his neck lies the year 1983, marking the coin's creation, and beside it, the mint mark D, representing the Denver Mint. This combination gives the coin its distinct identity and separates it from millions of other Roosevelt dimes. Flip the coin over and the magic of symbolism begins. The reverse side proudly displays an upright torch in the center, a timeless emblem of liberty. On either side of this torch are two branches, an olive branch on the left symbolizing peace and an oak branch on the right representing strength and victory. Together, they tell the story of America's resilience. Above and around these symbols are the powerful words E-P-L-U-R-I-B-U-S U-N-U-M, meaning out of many, one. This design, simple yet profound, reflects unity and hope, values that are as relevant today as they were when the first Roosevelt dimes were struck in 1946. The 1983 D-dime is particularly fascinating because of the era in which it was minted. The early 1980s were a time when coin production technology was rapidly improving, but errors and variations still occurred. This means that some 1983 D-dimes exist with unique minting flaws, doubled dies, off-center strikes, or weakly struck details. These errors transform an ordinary coin into a rare collectible. Some of these error dimes have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and a few specimens in pristine, uncirculated condition have reached prices in the millions when auctioned to elite collectors. What truly elevates the 1983 D-dime to legendary status among collectors is its scarcity and high grades. Most dimes from this year were heavily circulated, their surfaces worn and dulled by decades of use. Finding one in extra fine or mint-state condition is like finding a diamond in the rough. Experts say that the sharpness of the strike, the clarity of the details on Roosevelt's portrait, and the brilliance of the coin's surface all contribute to its staggering market value. A coin graded MS-67 or higher can command astronomical prices at auction. There are also rumors and verified reports of transitional or special die varieties linked to the 1983 D-dime. These include coins struck on older planchets or using misaligned dies, giving rise to unusual features. Some collectors even refer to rare, bicentennial-type errors that connect to design inspirations or test strikes that carried forward from the nation's bicentennial celebrations in 1976. Although the 1983 D-dime isn't officially a bicentennial coin, its presence in the years following the celebration makes it a spiritual continuation of that historic era, an echo of America's 200-year legacy of independence and craftsmanship. Another fascinating aspect of this coin is its artistic legacy. The design by John R. Sinek, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint, remains one of the most enduring in American coinage. His initials JS appear subtly on the coin's obverse, a small but powerful tribute to his skill. Sinek's work bridges history and artistry, blending Roosevelt's likeness with national symbols that have stood the test of time. Collectors see the 1983 D-dime not just as a monetary artifact, but as a miniature sculpture, a piece of history that fits in the palm of your hand. The true thrill of owning or discovering a 1983 D-dime lies in its mystery. Many of these coins are still out there, unnoticed in drawers, coin jars, and old wallets. Millions of people might have handled one without realizing its potential worth. For passionate collectors, that's what makes the chase so exhilarating. The idea that a small silver-colored coin from the Reagan era could turn out to be worth thousands, or even millions, is what keeps the excitement alive. Every coin has a story, and some stories are written in pure gold. In the modern coin market, the demand for rare and historically significant coins continues to surge. With the rise of digital auctions and global collectors' communities, the value of the 1983 D-dime has skyrocketed. Pristine examples have fetched jaw-dropping amounts, while even circulated ones in better grades are being snapped up by investors who know their long-term potential. Some numismatic experts believe that as time goes on, and fewer untouched examples are discovered, the 1983 D-dime's value could rival that of the legendary rare coins like the 1916 D Mercury dime, or even the 1943 copper penny. Collectors often say that the 1983 D Roosevelt dime represents a perfect storm of history, rarity, and artistry. Unlike modern coins struck in mass numbers with computerized precision, each 1983 D-dime carries the subtle marks of traditional craftsmanship. During this era, minting technology was improving, but still vulnerable to human error, which created unexpected varieties that now command astonishing value. Some coins display unusual color toning from age or exposure, rainbow hues of blue, gold, and purple that shimmer across the metal like an accidental masterpiece. These naturally toned pieces are especially sought after, as no two are exactly alike, turning every 1983 dime into a unique collectible gem. Another factor that drives up the coin's value is its connection to the legacy of American resilience. The 1980s were years of renewed national pride, technological progress, and economic change. Coins like the 1983 D-dime symbolized the country's steady recovery and optimism. It was a time when even small coins reflected big ideals: freedom, unity, and strength. Today, collectors don't just see the 1983 D-dime as metal currency, but as a reminder of the nation's perseverance through history. Owning one of these coins is like holding a symbol of the American dream itself, something small, enduring, and full of potential to transform lives. When least expected, the legend of the 1983 D Roosevelt dime continues to grow as new discoveries and record-breaking auction prices make headlines in the numismatic world. Each year, more people begin searching through their old collections and coin jars, hoping to find that one extraordinary piece. What makes this coin so captivating isn't just its potential monetary worth, it's the mystery, the thrill of discovery, and the connection to a deeper American story. The 1983 D-dime proves that history isn't locked in museums or behind glass displays. Sometimes, it's waiting quietly in your pocket, ready to reveal its true value to the one person observant enough to notice. This is not just a coin, it's a whisper from the past, a spark of fortune, and a timeless treasure hiding in plain sight. So if you ever come across a 1983 D Roosevelt dime, don't dismiss it as spare change. Hold it up, examine it closely, and let its history speak to you. You could be holding a small piece of American heritage worth far more than its face value. Whether it's an error coin, a high-grade mint-state gem, or a rare transitional strike, the 1983 D-dime is proof that great treasures often come in the smallest forms. These coins are not just metal, they're time capsules, carrying the spirit of liberty, the power of craftsmanship, and the promise of unimaginable fortune. One coin could change your story forever. Next up in the 2002 D Roosevelt dime, though seemingly an ordinary piece of modern pocket change, carries a deep and fascinating story within American coinage history. This coin, minted in Denver, features the enduring portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, whose leadership during the Great Depression and World War II forever marked his place in the hearts of Americans. On the obverse, his profile faces left, surrounded by the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," with the date 2002 and the small D mint mark just below his neck. While millions of these coins were struck, a few rare varieties and minting errors from the 2002 D issue have become prized treasures among collectors, commanding astonishing prices that can transform an ordinary discovery into an extraordinary fortune. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, a year after Roosevelt's death, as a lasting tribute to the man who founded the March of Dimes, a campaign dedicated to eradicating polio. Its design by John R. Sinek symbolized more than a currency. It represented hope, unity, and progress in America's post-war era. By 2002, the dime's appearance remained largely unchanged, but subtle differences in die production, metal striking quality, and minting errors made certain pieces uniquely valuable. For collectors, a 2002 D Roosevelt dime with pristine surfaces, deep mirror-like fields, or full torch bands can be worth far beyond its face value. What makes the 2002 D dime especially fascinating is the reverse design, a masterpiece of symbolic artistry. Centered is a flaming torch, flanked by an olive branch on the left and an oak branch on the right. These symbols represent peace, liberty, and victory, values that define the American spirit. Around the design are the inscriptions United States of America, EPLURIBUS UNUM, and 1 dime. In uncirculated or proof-like condition, the luster and details of these elements gleam brilliantly, creating a miniature piece of history frozen in metal. It's this combination of art and legacy that gives even a modern coin like the 2002 Roosevelt dime a timeless allure. While billions of Roosevelt dimes have been minted over the decades, not all are created equal. Rare minting mistakes, such as off-center strikes, double die obverses, missing mint marks, or broad strikes, have turned ordinary dimes into collectibles worth thousands. Some collectors have even discovered 2002 dimes with dramatic die clashes, repunched mint marks, or unique planchet flaws that make each coin one of a kind. A rare error dime from this series can fetch from hundreds to several $1,000s, depending on its condition and rarity. The thrill of finding such a piece in circulation makes coin hunting an exciting adventure for enthusiasts. The metal composition of the 2002 dime is another aspect worth noting. Made primarily from a copper core with a nickel coating, it reflects the shift in U.S. coin production from precious metals to durable, cost-effective materials. Although the silver content was removed after 1964, collectors still treasure silver Roosevelt dimes from earlier years, and some mistakenly struck on leftover silver planchets from the mid-1960s are worth a small fortune. While it's unlikely for a 2002 dime to appear in silver, error examples from transitional years prove that anything is possible in the world of numismatics. Collectors often pay special attention to the condition or grade of their coins, and that's where the 2002 dime can truly shine. In circulated condition, it's worth only face value, but in grades like MS65 or higher, especially with full torch bands, it can command strong premiums. Grading agencies like PCGS and NGC have certified a limited number of near-perfect specimens, some valued at hundreds of dollars due to their flawless surfaces, sharp details, and blazing mint luster. For those lucky enough to find one in pocket change or an old coin jar, it's like uncovering a hidden gem in plain sight. But beyond value, the 2002 Roosevelt dime tells a larger story about America's evolution. It symbolizes the resilience of a nation, the endurance of its currency, and the artistry embedded in every design. Each coin has passed through countless hands, witnessed countless moments, and carries with it a silent record of the American experience. For collectors, holding such a coin is like holding a piece of living history, a link between past and present. In the world of rare coins, stories often matter as much as numbers. The 2002 dime's connection to Franklin D. Roosevelt and its enduring symbolism of peace, liberty, and victory make it more than just metal. It's a miniature monument. When paired with its potential for rare minting errors or pristine uncirculated states, it becomes a coin that collectors dream about. And in an era where many overlook small change, it's amazing to think that a simple dime could hold the power to surprise, inspire, or even change someone's financial destiny. Coin collecting, or numismatics, thrives on such possibilities. Every year, discoveries of rare and valuable coins emerge from ordinary pockets, drawers, and inherited collections. The 2002 Roosevelt dime serves as a reminder that not all treasures are buried deep. Sometimes, they're hiding in plain sight. Checking your spare change, searching through old rolls, or exploring inherited coin boxes could reveal one of these valuable rarities that might be worth far more than 10 cents. The allure of the 2002 Roosevelt dime extends far beyond its face value. It lies in the mystery, rarity, and unexpected fortune that can accompany it. Imagine stumbling upon what appears to be an ordinary dime, only to learn that a minting error, a rare die variety, or an unusual strike has transformed it into a collector's treasure worth thousands, or even tens of thousands, of dollars. Some 2002 D-dimes have been reported with remarkable full-band details on the torch, deep mirror-like proof surfaces, or a satin finish usually reserved for collector's sets, traits that set them apart from the billions of dimes minted for everyday use. The combination of rarity and condition fuels competition among collectors, as they eagerly seek out these elusive coins to complete their sets. Each discovery not only adds monetary value, but also a thrilling story of patience, perseverance, and passion for numismatics. In today's active coin market, the value of a 2002 D Roosevelt dime can fluctuate dramatically depending on collector demand, grading certification, and visual appeal. Coins preserved in their original mint state, untouched by circulation, can sparkle with luster under the light, displaying intricate details that make them miniature works of art. Beyond their physical beauty, they represent fragments of America's cultural and historical legacy, symbols of resilience, unity, and prosperity. Many collectors believe that coins like the 2002 D dime will grow even more valuable with time, especially as pristine examples become scarcer with each passing year. So whether you're an experienced numismatist or someone just beginning their collecting journey, the next time you hold a dime in your hand, take a closer look. It might just be the key to unlocking a piece of history, and perhaps a hidden fortune waiting to be discovered. In the end, the 2002 D Roosevelt dime stands as a tribute to America's enduring values and craftsmanship. Whether it's the gleaming strike of a perfectly preserved specimen, the fascinating story behind its design, or the heart-pounding thrill of discovering a rare error coin, this dime captures the imagination of collectors worldwide. It reminds us that in the world of coins, small things often carry great worth, and that sometimes a tiny piece of history can turn into a life-changing fortune overnight. Next up in the 2008 D Roosevelt dime holds a unique position among modern American coins, not only for its design, but for the incredible stories tied to its production and rarity. Struck at the Denver Mint, this coin continues the legacy of Franklin D. Roosevelt's tribute series, which began in 1946 after his passing. The obverse of the 2008 D dime features Roosevelt's dignified left-facing portrait, his expression carved with determination and leadership, a fitting symbol of the man who guided the United States through the Great Depression and World War II. The inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" surround his image, while the year 2008 and the mint mark D rest neatly near the base, completing a design that honors one of America's most beloved presidents. What makes the 2008 D dime especially fascinating to collectors is not merely its appearance, but the precision and craftsmanship behind its creation. The Denver Mint produced millions of dimes that year, yet a handful are believed to have been struck with minute minting variations that set them apart. These coins, often identified through microscopic imperfections or striking errors, can elevate their value far beyond face worth. Some coins display slightly doubled lettering, while others have unusual tunning from unique environmental exposure. In the world of coin collecting, such small details can make an enormous difference, transforming an ordinary 10-cent piece into a treasure worth thousands. The reverse of the Roosevelt dime continues the symbolic artistry that defines American coinage. Designed by John R. Sinek, it depicts a torch in the center, representing liberty, flanked by an olive branch on the left and an oak branch on the right, symbols of peace and strength. Around these icons lies the powerful Latin motto E Pluribus Unum, meaning, out of many, one. Encircling the imagery is the legend United States of America and the denomination one dime. On well-preserved examples, especially those graded as extra fine or higher, these elements shimmer with sharp relief and contrast, a testament to the skill of the engravers and the precision of the mint's striking process. In extra fine, XF condition, a 2008 D dime shows only light wear on the high points of Roosevelt's hair and cheek, with most design details crisp and clear. The torch and branches on the reverse remain bold, with clear separation between the oak leaves and olive sprigs. Collectors prize such examples not only for their condition, but for their rarity in circulation today. Few coins remain in such high-grade condition after years of handling. When properly preserved, the 2008 D dime can command premium value in the collector's market, especially if it exhibits full mint luster and no major surface marks. The fascination with this coin is also driven by the broader passion for modern U.S. mint issues that carry hidden rarity. While most Roosevelt dimes are common pocket change, special die varieties or striking errors from specific years, including 2008, can sell for eye-popping sums at auction. Some examples have fetched several $100s simply due to their off-center strikes, double die errors, or unusually sharp details. Even more astonishing, proof-like strikes dimes that show mirror surfaces despite being regular mint issues have been discovered from Denver runs, adding yet another layer of mystery and excitement for numismatists. Collectors often emphasize that the true value of a coin like the 2008 D Roosevelt dime goes beyond metal composition or mintage numbers. It lies in the story it tells. This dime reflects an enduring chapter in American history, one of resilience, leadership, and innovation. Its small size belies its importance as a piece of art and heritage. Every curve and engraving on its surface encapsulates decades of American coin design evolution, from classic simplicity to modern precision. When collectors hold one of these coins in hand, they feel a tangible connection to the craftsmanship and vision that shaped American currency. Over the years, the Roosevelt dime has also become a symbol of accessibility in coin collecting. Unlike gold or silver dollars, which may be out of reach for many enthusiasts, dimes remain within everyone's grasp. Yet even these humble coins can hide astonishing rarities, and that's what keeps collectors searching. The 2008 D issue, in particular, continues to capture attention due to reports of exceptional specimens surfacing from old rolls, forgotten bank bags, and personal collections. For many, discovering one is like finding buried treasure, proof that valuable pieces of history can still be found in everyday life. The numismatic market has shown that dimes from key years or with confirmed die errors can reach astonishing auction prices. Although the 2008 D dime is a modern issue, its potential lies in how few perfectly struck examples remain. Coins in pristine, extra fine, or mint state condition, especially those certified by professional grading services, can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on demand and rarity factors. Serious investors and collectors track such trends closely, knowing that today's modest coin could become tomorrow's numismatic marvel. Furthermore, the cultural and emotional appeal of Roosevelt himself enhances the desirability of every coin bearing his likeness. As the leader who guided America through turbulent times, his portrait represents courage, compassion, and perseverance. The dime serves not just as currency, but as a tribute, a daily reminder of his enduring impact. Holding a 2008 D dime is like holding a piece of American strength and progress, a small yet powerful symbol of unity and determination. The 2008 D Roosevelt dime stands as a modern masterpiece in American coinage, a coin that combines history, artistry, and hidden value. Whether it's an unassuming dime pulled from pocket change or a rare error specimen found under a magnifier, its worth extends far beyond its denomination. In a world where small details can lead to monumental discoveries, this coin reminds collectors everywhere that fortune often hides in plain sight. If you happen to own a 2008 D dime, take a closer look. It just might be one of the rare treasures capable of changing your destiny forever. Next up in the 1996 P. Roosevelt dime is one of those fascinating coins that quietly sits in change jars and pockets, yet holds a deep numismatic story that captivates collectors across America. At first glance, it might seem like an ordinary 10-cent piece, but the truth is that certain examples of this coin, especially those with rare errors, pristine conditions, or unique die characteristics, have become hidden treasures in the coin world. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, this dime features no mint mark below the date, a subtle detail that often goes unnoticed by casual observers, but is immediately recognized by serious collectors who know its potential significance. The obverse design showcases the portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, whose leadership during the Great Depression and World War II earned him a place of honor on the nation's coinage. Sculpted by John R. Sinek, this design captures Roosevelt's dignified expression, reflecting both wisdom and determination. Around his portrait, the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" affirm America's core values, while the date 1996 and the subtle P mint mark denote its year and place of mintage. For those who hold history dear, this coin serves as both currency and tribute, linking modern America to the legacy of one of its most transformative presidents. Turning to the reverse, the design radiates symbolism and balance. The central motif features a lit torch flanked by an olive branch on the left and an oak branch on the right. These three elements together represent liberty, peace, and victory, the very ideals Roosevelt fought to preserve. The lettering United States of America, EPLURIBUS UNUM, and one dime encircle the design with classic precision. Each stroke of engraving is rich with intention, reminding us that every coin minted in the U.S. carries both artistry and ideology. The 1996 P. Roosevelt dime is no exception. It embodies a story of endurance, unity, and national pride. Now, what makes the 1996 P dime particularly interesting to collectors is the existence of several varieties and error strikes that dramatically increase its value. For instance, some examples have been discovered with off-center strikes, double dies, or misaligned dies, creating distortions in the lettering or design. These minting anomalies, though unintended, can turn a coin worth 10 cents into one worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The rarity of such mistakes depends on how many slipped past the mint's quality controls, and collectors constantly hunt for these elusive treasures. In the coin market, it's not always age that determines value, it's rarity, condition, and story. Condition plays a monumental role in determining worth. A 1996 P dime in extra fine condition already commands more attention than its worn counterparts, but when preserved in mint state or proof-like condition, its desirability skyrockets. Coins that display sharp details, clean surfaces, and minimal handling marks can be valued far beyond their face worth. In professional grading terms, a specimen graded MS-67 or higher can reach auction prices in the hundreds or even low thousands of dollars, depending on eye appeal and demand. It's a powerful reminder that something as small as a dime can carry both financial and historical weight. Adding to its mystique, 1996 marked the 50th anniversary of the Roosevelt dime series, first introduced in 1946. This anniversary gave the 1996 P dime a subtle commemorative value, as it symbolized half a century of the coin's continuous production. Collectors often seek 1996 examples as part of anniversary sets or to complete date runs in high grade. While the U.S. Mint didn't issue a special bicentennial dime that year, some collectors loosely refer to these pieces as bicentennial rarities. Because of their symbolic connection to historical continuity and their surprising market value when rare varieties appear. Beyond mint errors and pristine condition, the 1996 P dime's composition contributes to its collectability. It's made of a copper-nickel-clad alloy, a material used for durability and cost efficiency. However, the brilliance of an uncirculated 1996 P dime, its sharp luster and silvery sheen, often gives it a beauty rivaling silver coins of earlier eras. When properly stored in a coin holder or album, its reflective surfaces can remain untarnished for decades, making it a desirable piece for both new and veteran collectors. Many numismatists see it as a coin that bridges the past and present of American minting excellence. The excitement surrounding the 1996 dime is fueled by the broader fascination with hidden treasures in circulation. Every year, stories emerge of ordinary people discovering valuable coins in pocket change, sometimes worth thousands. The idea that you could unknowingly possess a rare dime that could change your financial destiny adds a thrill to coin collecting unlike any other hobby. These modern rarities remind us that valuable coins aren't always ancient or gold. They can be small, recent, and quietly overlooked. When discussing value, it's crucial to consider both historical and market perspectives. Historically, the Roosevelt dime honors the man who introduced the March of Dimes, a campaign to fight polio, a disease Roosevelt himself battled. Market-wise, collectors attach emotional and historical weight to coins linked with such powerful narratives. That's why a 1996 dime with a unique minting flaw or superb preservation might sell for a stunning price, not merely because of metal content, but because of the story it carries. In numismatics, storytelling and rarity together create true value. In today's coin market, prices for the 1996 dime vary widely depending on condition and demand. Circulated examples might fetch only their face value, but higher-grade coins can command significant premiums. Rare errors, such as off-center strikes, broad strikes, or double dies, have been known to reach thousands in auctions when authenticated by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC. For collectors chasing hidden fortune, it's worth examining every dime carefully, because one small discovery could transform an ordinary day into a moment of historic luck. The 1996 Roosevelt dime also holds a special place among modern collectors because it represents a transition era in American minting. By the mid-1990s, the U.S. Mint had perfected the use of advanced machinery, resulting in extremely consistent and sharp coin strikes. Yet, even with such precision, a few rare imperfections slipped through, creating some of the most valuable modern mint errors known today. Coins with missing clad layers, die cracks, or broad strikes from this year have shocked collectors by selling for impressive sums in private auctions. The thrill of finding one of these anomalies drives thousands of collectors to sift through rolls of dimes, hoping to uncover that elusive 1996 rarity. The beauty of this coin lies not only in its design, but in the endless mystery of what makes one particular piece worth a small fortune while others remain ordinary pocket change. Collectors also value the 1996 dime because of its place in U.S. monetary history, marking 50 years since Roosevelt's face first appeared on the 10-cent piece. To celebrate this milestone, the U.S. Mint also released special W. Mint-marked dimes from West Point that year for collectors, making the 1996 issue part of a broader narrative of commemoration. While the W version is rare and highly sought after, the 1996 edition remains integral to completing the set, symbolizing the continuity of the series. It's not uncommon for serious numismatists to collect both coins side by side, displaying how the Philadelphia and West Point mints honored Roosevelt's enduring legacy. This historical connection adds another layer of desirability to the 1996 dime, making it a cornerstone for those who wish to own a tangible piece of American heritage. Ultimately, the allure of the 1996 Roosevelt dime goes far beyond its metal composition or denomination. It embodies the spirit of discovery that defines coin collecting itself, the idea that value can be hidden in plain sight. For many, finding a well-preserved or rare example is like uncovering a forgotten piece of history, a tangible reminder that the smallest artifacts often tell the grandest stories. In today's booming market for collectible coins, where passion meets profit, the 1996 p-dime continues to captivate enthusiasts who dream of turning everyday change into extraordinary treasure. Whether it's a flawless mint-state example gleaming in a protective case, or a unique error piece showcasing the unpredictability of minting, this coin stands as proof that even a single dime can carry the weight of history, artistry, and the promise of unimaginable fortune. So the next time you hold a 1996 Roosevelt dime, remember that it's not just 10 cents. It's a fragment of American legacy. Beneath its modest size lies a story of resilience, craftsmanship, and hidden potential. From its tribute to Roosevelt's enduring leadership to its rare mint errors that excite modern collectors, this coin captures the timeless allure of U.S. numismatics. In a world where fortunes are often fleeting, the 1996 p-dime proves that even the smallest piece of metal can hold the power to inspire, intrigue, and, just maybe, make you rich overnight.